Hey guys, IQ0FPV here. Last video I explained the four main pillars of line choice, which include confidence, momentum, tightness, and speed. While watching some pro-level DVR and practicing a lot is the best advice anyone will ever give you in terms of momentum, tightness, and speed, I do have a lot to say about confidence that can make you a better pilot today. In this video, I will be going over some common track elements and the alternative lines I'd recommend you take if you struggle with the ideal one. By taking these easier lines, you'll gain more consistency and comfort, which might lead to you having more fun and performing better at your races. Firstly, I'll cover power loops, an element that comes up on most tracks, but is consistently a point of struggle, especially when entered with excess speed or at an uncomfortable angle. The ideal method takes your drone right over the two gates in question, and if done well, your drone never really exceeds a 1.5 meter distance between the tops of the two gates. Common issues with this method include stalling, where the drone loses all its momentum, and blowing out the corner due to carrying too much speed into the element. The alternative method is a super flat and wide line, where you never invert your drone at all. This is easy because it turns a hard inverted element into pretty much a circle equivalent to orbiting a flag. Next, I'll talk about hurdles, an element a lot of pilots struggle with due to the inherent difficulty seeing downwards and moving your drone down faster than gravity. The most obvious way to take hurdles is either letting gravity lower your altitude for you, or pitching and throttling downwards if you're going a little bit faster. But there's a quicker and easier way to do it. The idea is to turn your drone 45 degrees left or right so that the roll axis acts almost like your pitch, and you can raise and lower your altitude using roll instead of it. The benefit to doing this is that you can keep your eye on the following gate without it falling out of your field of view as you go up and over the hurdle. Lastly, let's talk about dives, one of the most daunting FPV elements for most pilots due to its inherent deviation from standard single-dimension racing where all elements are lined up in front of you. The ideal line is to gain altitude before the element and treat it like a split S, but a lot of pilots do not have the precision to execute this without missing the dive opening or circling around until they have lost enough speed to drop through the gate. The alternative line I'd suggest is to fly to one side of the dive without gaining any altitude until you're right beside the gate. Then try and pop up and over the side banner of the dive gate. This method allows you to keep a nice level reference frame for as long as possible while scrubbing off speed before moving the drone up and into the dive without ever losing sight of the obstacle. So I think I'm supposed to do an outro here, but I want to go play V-Drone, so I hope you enjoyed the vid. See ya.